Right, he would want Fortnite because he's the GOAT like that. Here when I can't. Unless it's Pokemon, I won't lie, that game is not for me. Yeah, I understand. Had a blue case color, always thought that was dope. I was gonna get one, but Adam said no. Yeah, you gotta listen to Adam. I was working at Walmart at the time, and I was gonna buy it after my Black Friday shift. I'm crazy how long me and Adam been together. Just thought about it. No, yeah, like it's insane how long some friendships are just going. Like I sent one of my friends, the one of my friends that I bought gifts for. I was like, dang, we really been friends for like almost 10 years. It might be more than that. I'd have to like see when I last did Omega Ruby speedruns because it'd have been around that time frame. But yeah, it would be like around that length. So it's pretty insane. It's pretty insane, pretty special. Kind of scary at the same time because yeah, time flies. We're on 11 years. Time flies. You to go. That's why we stay. Ah, whatever the reason, I appreciate it. You know, whatever the reason. It's such an honor to like turn on a stream and just have anybody be there. You know, so it's like it's super special. I'm a real fan. I showed up when you did Motor Slice. Motor Slice was sick. It was kind of like a hit or miss game. I feel like, but I had a good time playing it. At 1 a.m. I'm asleep. Oh yeah. I know that the stream time is always kind of debatable. Oh no. Honestly, I think with the rolling and stuff in this game being as fast as it is, I don't think it's actually good to do box movement here. I think you're better off just doing regular rolls. Also, my timer is weird. I guess it doesn't matter too much right now. I'll try to fix it like during a cutscene or something. Nice. That was actually really good. That was really nice. First try on the rupee on the bridge. Had the exact amount of rupees I needed. Pretty good. Granted, I didn't need to get the shield, but I think I like getting this more than I like getting the one in Dodongo's Cavern. So it's a little bit of a route change from what I'm used to doing. See how many tries this takes. Not looking good. This trick is either like first try or a million tries. There's no good in between. Also, I don't know how bad like my A button screws up for this either. Yo, Carby, what's up? How you doing, Carby? Did you sleep at night? Oh, I got it. I did it without looking at the screen. Look at that. I'm so good. Did I sleep at night for Anime Expo? Yeah, not the first night, no. The first night I slept for like 2 hours maybe. Like 2 to 3 hours of sleep I probably got on day one. I just could not sleep, man. I like fell asleep. I like took a 30-minute nap and then I woke up and then I just could not sleep for the rest of it. And just the hours were just going by so fast. I'm like, dude. But it was like that was me trying to go to bed at like 12, right? Midnight, which I never do. Like I'm streaming it. It's 12 right now. We just started our stream, so it's a very much schedule change. It was really rough to get used to the first day. The other days, though, I was pretty okay on sleep. Mainly because I was like so physically tired and everything that after every day that falling asleep was not hard. Yo, what's up, Omar? What's up, Zavia? You subscribed? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Goated. Thank you very much. Means a lot. Brad Pitt sent me a PM, says he looks like you and wants your autograph. Brad Pitt is a very attractive individual, so that'd be sick. Be down. Get my autograph, sure. I loved his work in Fight Club. Although I broke the rule about it, we're not supposed to talk about it, but lol. How you doing today, Carby? Any news on your PC, Carby? On getting it fixed? Sorry, normally I type to you in chat, but it's kind of hard to do while speedrunning. You need to see that. He says in interviews that's his favorite movie. It's very understandable. Like if you see it, you'll know why. It's a really good movie. It's very old school type of good as well. Man, look at this A button difficulty. It's just not working out. Struggling to hit that A button. Speedrun be like. BRB, no worries, Spidey. Am I a pro in this game? Not a pro, no. I'm decent, better than the casual player, for sure. I'm like maybe top 20 out of 20 players probably in this game. Zelda speedruns are no joke though. This game is insanely hard. And the last time I did a run of this game was I think we saw it was like 11 years, so we're trying to get back into it. I'm leaving. Good luck for the run. Thank you, Carby. Take care, take care. Nice. Okay. Yo, a Ditto spawned. Insane. Okay. Gotta get to this over here. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna see how this goes. These first run at with guards. How are they gonna be? My god. So far so good. Oh, this one's bad. Damn. This is very annoying. The first three were too good to be true, I guess. Oh, no, dude. We're going for it. Ooh. Alright. Despite that third guard, that was pretty good. It's just how it goes sometimes. I probably could have gone past him. Honestly. Like, really early, and that would have been, like, optimal guards, but I was a little scared. Yeah. Thankfully, easy cutscene. Wait, how's your day going, Zavia? And Omar. Yo, Penguin Worldwide Media, what up, what up? Ooh, those are good text boxes. Oh my god. Okay, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. My text smashing was on par there for the end of that. I was pretty lazy with it at the start, but that end, man. We hit like all of them near the end. Let's see if we mess up this song or not. Probably. A button didn't press. No. There we go. I was pretty much just assuming that would happen. That we would fail a song for sure. There we go. And I fixed my life split again. So there we go. I guess individual level doesn't make sense anymore, but we'll just refer to it as individual split from now on. Okay. Now we got to go to Goron City, and we got to obtain the Goron bracelet, which is a pretty lengthy sequence here, and it's pretty glitchless, at least the way I'm doing it. There is a lot of, I should say that, and I'm going to say this a lot too, probably, is that I'm using the same route I used 11 years ago. So it's very outdated. There's a lot of new stuff that exists that I just have yet to learn. I don't know if I'm even going to learn them all. I'm just kind of doing this run for fun. Relearn it so that maybe I can do it during like a subathon or a 24-hour stream or something. But yeah. It's very much not updated. So there's a lot of new things that, yeah, dates this run entirely, but... that sucks. Oof. Although if I do manage to finish a run of this, it will necessarily be a PB. It will technically be a PB. So... all I have to do here is just finish. But it's debatable that I'll be able to finish this run in particular. Nice. Why are you doing this? Yeah, that was a very annoying fight. I don't know why the Wolfos walked a million miles away, but... Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here, and it's fine. It's intended. I don't want to take too much without being entirely ready for what I needed for. Be at low health. Yeah. So we're at half a heart now, and that is planned. We will be dying intentionally very soon. And you'll see why. This is actually my favorite song in the game, or at least like the one to play. Not my favorite, but my favorite one to play. Oh, never mind. I hate it. Messed it up. It's easy not to mess up. It's a very easy song to play, but so much for that, I guess. Yo, Spidey, welcome back, man. Kind of back. I'm on bed, waiting down for bed. No problem, no problem. Glad you're comfy, King. The goat needs to be comfy. Get your legs propped. Nice pillows. Cup of hot chocolate. Okay. Now we're gonna die. This is an intentional death because if you saw us walk over here, it was kind of a lot to do. So if we just die here, we spawn at the entrance and also walk back. So very nice. Save some time to do that there. Link will be dying a lot in this run. Unfortunately, Link is tortured to... He's basically just tortured in this run. This game. He typed 2 times? That's crazy. I don't know why I did that. Twitch chat has been broken for me, though, lately. Like, bugging for me. Like, sometimes I won't even get a message on the screen when people type. Like, I'll have to refresh my page. I don't know why that's happening. And it was only on one PC before, and now it happens on my other one. So it's like, I don't know why. Very annoying, though. It's like, I always have to be kind of conscious of the Twitch chat. Like, sometimes it's just quiet, and that's perfectly fine, but there could be times where people are talking, and I just don't notice. Because it's not updating for me. I think it's legit like a Firefox issue, but I don't know. I don't know why. And I don't want to stop using Firefox, so... So I'm always, like, worried that, there are messages that I'm just not seeing. I hate Google Chrome. I do not want to use Google Chrome. I'm not entirely sure that would even fix the issue, but... Yo, Skyry, what's up? Welcome in. How you doing today? No chat streams are mad boring. No chat or like no mic streams? be doing? That's good to hear, Skyry. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Ah, he missed it. So I tried to do a little trick there where I jump slash out into the cutscene, and then the bomb still blows up the wall. And if you do that, it's really cool because you don't have to like take the long way around. Use these elevator things, pillars. But if you don't get that, then you have to wait for them to go up. But because I failed it, we had to re-enter the area. Not end of the world, but just definitely pretty lame. Lame goes. Alright, this area has messed me up a lot in practice. I hope I do okay here. As long as I don't die and don't fail some of this stuff a bunch, I'll be content. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that was good. We didn't die, didn't get hit. That was good. It's the lowest amount of expectation, but it's rough sometimes. Hello? Okay. Nice bonk. There's legit some no commentary gameplay channels that mog me. They get 100 views active chat too. I get that some people do just like the idea of like no commentary stuff. Like I can understand people wanting that content. It's not what I would watch personally, but I understand when it's helpful or like good as like a viewer. It's I think people that like those are people that like want more tutorial based videos or like stuff like that. Or to like watch a certain part of a game or like a cutscene or something more for just the game than anything else. Like that's what they're watching it for. Not so much the creator, I'd assume. Unless the creator is like doing like challenge runs or 100% stuff like that. But I'd always prefer like a commentary or something. Some yapping going on. Sucks. Dude. Floor is hot lava. Please mind the gap. True. That is a good example of backwalking being completely the wrong idea. There. Oh my god. Alright, let's see how this goes. I gotta lock in for a second here. Oh, that was terrible. That was more or less the control stick kind of goofing me there. This is the easy one too. No, that was almost good. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Well, that was pretty terrible. We finally got it. These guys around too. Got hit. Not good. Very scary. Alright, I'm gonna get these hearts for a safety blanket because I'm a coward. It's like a little bit of unnecessary damage in the other room and this room, so... Especially the hot shadow jump. There's more. Just laid up Fortnite. Load up Fortnite. Yeah, honestly, Fortnite low-key easier than this. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, what? I shouldn't fail this part as much. Okay. Okay. No way that didn't work. What? Insane. That's a weird way to fail that. That's like a for sure jump. I'm failing like the easy parts of this for some reason. You ain't no coward, it's a zoning move. Zoning, oh my god. Imagine. Okay. Dude! How is that possible? That is very weird that I'm messing that jump up. I really don't know how that works. That jump to that middle platform is not hard because it should basically work every time. But it's not working right now. I have no idea why. There we go. Okay, now I really can't mess this up, huh? Oh, why did he roll like that? Bad. You make me laugh. Wish I didn't sleep here all night. Is that true, Spidey? Oh, nice. Buggy ledge. I shouldn't fail this many times. I used to be good at this. I made a tutorial even for it. It's like how confident I was back in the day. It used to mean something. Maybe I should watch the tutorial. Learn how to be good. Nice. Okay. There we go. As long as we get the swag, it doesn't matter. Ah, we didn't get the swag. Okay. Got the bombs. This switch isn't necessary to hit, but on the off chance that I like flub something, I want to have it up. Okay. Oh! Oh my god. That was way too close. I shouldn't have taken that heart of damage for the fall damage when I jumped. But I didn't wait for the cutscene, so... Oof. Yo, bunny. What's up? Yeah. I don't know why I can't get the fast version of that speed. Even in practice, I don't really get it consistently. I don't know why. Like, I'll get the Hess, but it'll be, like, slow. Or the fast, sorry. Don't want to get it confused. Hey, we played the song correctly. Cool. What is that called? Squawkabilly Green Homage. Yeah, I don't know the names of some Pokemon out there. What did I rate you on the tier list? It must have just been one of it's like this fucking thing and like D tier or something. Because at some point, just all the birds and like variations I just got tired of seeing. It was so bad. Maybe we have to run back the fall Pokemon tier list again. A crazy run back. Run it back and maybe do it in chunks as opposed to like all at once. It was good for the 24-hour stream because that took like legit 4 hours. Like that took a long time. So long that I got exhausted. Like it was a bad idea in retrospect because having to think and talk and like just carefully explain in great detail my reasonings for some rankings. It took a lot out of me, a lot more than I expected, so. I was like, yeah, I'm dead. I was like drained after doing that. Like by the end of it, I was literally just trying and fighting to get it done. So I definitely got lazy by the end of it. But I feel like the Pokemon that I cared about and like, yeah, the ones that I definitely like, I did good. So I'm not like completely annoyed about it, but definitely could have done better. Yeah, Spidey, I did do that. I did that during the last 24-hour stream. It was kind of like in the dead of night, but a lot of people were there. It was funny. I think a lot of people would disagree, but like the cool thing about like your favorite Pokemon list is that everyone's is gonna be pretty much different. You're wild. You probably keep up. Never mind, brain power. Yeah. It's just that like there's a lot of Pokemon that are just the same, right? Like that it just kind of like what would be the best, like it just gets like repetitive seeing the same thing over and over, and it's just my brain was like I don't know, fucking D tier, I guess. It just got lazy. Which it makes sense, like with anything that'll happen, but yeah. So that was all good and dandy, but this is the trick that is like this is like the first trick in the run that could really make or break it because we're kind of limited. The fire skip jumps are not, they're up there, but they're not as bad. You can like attempt them really fast. This trick though, nice. Okay, first try. Let's go. Whew. That one is dangerous. That one's a lot more scary. Too easy for you. Funnily enough, I think the character's name is I. So you're kind of right. Yeah, but I only have like 4 tries to do that trick because I got 4 Deku Sticks, and if I run out of them, then I'm no good. You have to retry. You have to save the game and start over. Not from like the beginning, but from like Link's house where I saved warped. So we'd have to like go through the forest to get back to where we were, and then try again. It's a big time waste. You could farm the sticks to make sure you don't fail. Like you can get a lot of attempts if you just farm the sticks, and it's not that bad, but it's something that shouldn't take me that many tries. So I could have farmed them just to be safe, but if you're trying to go fast, you know. Got time to do that. It's not too hard though. It's just sometimes I am bad at it, sometimes I'm good at it. Oh, got the Mega Flip. That's a good RNG sign. Will it actually be good? Who knows? But does it mean actually good things are going to happen? Who knows? But getting that Mega Flip is cool. Can Rudo do the noise? That'd be W. No noise, damn. Rudo's like this rare chance to do like this really awkward noise while you're going up that, or just like while Link is carrying her around. Very rare, actually. Like, so we gotta come over here to get the boomerang. Because the boomerang is necessary for the boss. You can't kill the boss without it. A lot of enemies in this game are kind of like built like that. Unfortunately, where you need a certain item to deal damage. So it's pretty unfortunate, but what can you do? Oh no. Alright, so we have 10 bombs to do a Mega Flip here. So this is the first hard trick of the run. Not usually too bad, but sometimes. It's like, again, I'm usually either good at it or bad. Nice. Okay. This here. Okay. Yay. All right. The go being bad? Is that even a thing? Yeah. I'm very bad. Alright, here's Baronade the boss. Oh, are you serious? That sucks. Now we just gotta get the boomerang to get through the wall. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Yeah. We bump into it intentionally just to make the boss come back out sooner. Otherwise, it'll just shoot at you for a while. But if you take damage by running into it, the Baronade will pop up from underground. It kind of forces the cycle to be faster. Yeah, that wasn't a very good fight, but, you know, at least it's over with. Alright, so coming up next is my least favorite split. We'll soon see why. Right side is we actually have a lot of bombs right now too. That was like actually a pretty good segment. But it all comes down to this. This is like the split that basically will allow me to continue the run. Flub too much here and it's like game over, man. Game over, man. It's game over. That much pressure, good luck, yeah. Because once you get this item here, this is like what opens up the game to be really busted. The whole like part of the speedrun, like the beginning, is to get this item, the Forest Wind, like a spell in the game that lets you warp around. And we're gonna use that warp to completely break the game. Do a lot of crazy tricks. We will farm for some bombs, though. We do need some bombs, so let's pray to the RNG gods that we get some. Magic, yay. I don't know what the rate is for getting bombs, but on these rocks, but it's not very good. It can sometimes take a lot of tries. I would like all 20 bombs, but I doubt we'll get that lucky. My favorite spell is one that gets me a burger with mushrooms bigger than my face. Oh, mushrooms. Blech. Forgot the goat likes mushrooms. That's how he's the goat. That's why he's the goat. He's brave. Eats the gross things. Nothing stops him. Goat don't like goat. Sometimes, yeah. One of the things I don't really particularly like. It's just like it's always mushrooms and like foods like that that are like you have them on something and they're too intrusive. Like you have them on like a burger, like a pizza, and then it's like all you can taste pretty much. They just overwhelm. No, I didn't mean to save and quit. Okay, that's fine. I saved at least. But it's just like they ruin the flavors of all the other foods you got on there, so. And mushrooms just do that. They're very, I don't know what the like, not bitter. I don't know what you'd describe them as, but yeah, fucking mushrooms. Yo, what's up, old? Oh, I climbed up the wrong way. Surprised that didn't work. Okay, there we go. So for some reason, when you like climb up a ledge and then shield a bomb at a certain timing, it like completely borks the game, and then you can just walk through collision and actors and stuff like that. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't think that's. I mean, it probably exists in 64 version. But the reason why we have to do it that way is we can't actually do the clip method we did at the start of the run because the guy's a lot more impenetrable this time. Can't clip through him like a second time for some reason, so it's pretty annoying. But oh well. Thankfully that method works with bombs. 97 rupees, huh? Pretty good. Mushroom tip soup. Oh. Mushrooms are so good. I don't know how you do it, Spidey. You're brave. Does this version have that crazy credits warp at the start? It does. It just works differently. You have to do it in a different area. And in a different fashion. But yeah, it does exist in it. Actually, should have. No. I'm glad I didn't get hit by that bomb, actually. This is actually pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna get healed here, actually. No. Yeah, forgot. I'm just gonna have to take damage from the Skulltula and the bomb, then. I'm kind of tempted to get rupees and go back and buy some more bombs, but I could get some from the grass if I'm lucky. Inflicted. If I was good, I wouldn't worry about my bomb count nearly as much, but because I'm not, yeah. we could have a pretty quick end to this run. I think we'd be fine, but please don't enter night yet. Ah, it's nighttime. Fuck. That sucks a lot, actually. Gotta wait. I was a little slow there. I can take the damage now, though. If I could find what I need, like a blue rupee? No such luck. What I should have done was use Forest Wind in Castletown. One of those things that I wish I made a note for and didn't think about it. We wouldn't have had to worry about nighttime here, but that's fine. 40 seconds, 45 seconds. Never bet against the goat. Well, you never should bet against yourself, Spidey. That's a very important lesson. Yeah, how did your Elden Ring go, old? You still got that attempt going? This guy. It's true, bro. It's true. Yeah, I think we're just gonna look for bombs in the grass outside as opposed to buying them. And if I don't find some, then we're just gonna go for it. Do it. My stream would have been 1 hour if a DLC bus didn't glitch kill me. Oh no, what? So I had to restart the entire run? Dang, bro. It glitch killed you? That's so trash. Don't touch the fairy. No. Ah. No bombs. Okay, we're gonna have 11. Ah, dude, what? I got a heart. Oh my god. This is very annoying, actually. Insanely troll. Now do I just... We need to be at a very specific health here. And having that one extra heart, man, I would have to use another bomb, which I don't want to do because the bomb count is already low enough as it is. And I almost just made another mistake. Holy shit. This is definitely gonna... In the video for later. Oh. So are you gonna make a video of all your playthroughs, Ald? Is that what like you're leaning towards with all these playthroughs? Want to frame off every time. Love it. But I think I'd rather be late than early, because being early is just so frustrating for me. early twice in a row. Wait. There we go. Does not bode well for future, the future of this run, with that type of success rate. The easy and normal weapons get a brief edited intro and stream highlights of all the boss kills. The horrible weapons get a full edited. Oh, okay. That's cool. Mimi raid. Yo. Thank you for the raid, Mimi. What's up, everybody? Hope you had a good stream, Mimi. I'm surprised you're ending already. Should have been going till like the 12-hour mark. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You're better off fucking.
Oh, does that mean I should do this the story time now that Mimi raided?
Shit about how fucking shitty this
What's up,
fucking
Kazik?
shit is.
How you doing, Captain?
It's so bad it sucks.
Yeah, already. Exactly. Oh boy. What story? Oh, just talking about the trip. Got some funny stories to... Why didn't I roll? Oh god. How many bombs is that? 6? I had 4 left. You'll know when you're taller? That's kind of insane. Stop. Because nobody did it for me, I'll do it. Giving me the shout out. I think this is my last bomb, so... Rage. Oh! What? I shouldn't even have gotten the Mega Flip at all, but... Oh, fuck. Nah, that was probably the last one. Oh, hold on, a chance. I'm so mad. Okay. Ow, the beep of hell. Great. Well, that's the tragedy of not having so many bombs. Fire your mods. Good night, Mimi. Miss Mimi already. Sorry they didn't have enough exploding blue balls. I had enough. I just wasn't good. Had way more than enough even.
Ow!
Ouch! Oh, heavens! Oh, goodness gracious! That's
Hey, how you doing, everybody? How you doing, Cosmo?
Yeah. Well, I'll be. Yikes!
Okay, there we go. Hitting the frames now. Look at me go. We have a few more this time, so hopefully this goes well this time. Doing well. It's good to hear, Cosmic. Always glad to hear that. I'm alright as well. Feeling. Are bombs on X this time? I think their bombs are on X, so not the worst thing in the world, just I gotta remember that. Entirely what I use. Yeah. Streaking, Captain, thank you for the streak. The 3 stream streak. Called Twitter, not X. Hey, there we go. Let's go. Alright, first try. Totally first try. Oh my god, he spawned on me, dude. X marks the spot. Red X was the best Teen Titans character, don't at me. Oh, yeah, I got away. Dang. Give me an extra cycle. Buggies. Alright. He's dead. World record pace. Not even 11 years ago when this was the main route that people used. Not even at that point. I said as long as I could. Sorry, I'm so sleepy. No worries, Spidey. Get a good sleep, bro. Appreciate you hanging out. Take care, man. Always appreciate you hanging out, bro. We'll have to play some Star Fox this week if you're down. Not the best character was in Prison Shadow. Yo, if I was in Teen Titans, bro, life would be kind of cool. Of course, hell yeah. Also, I've totally been splitting this run. Don't have to edit all of mine or anything. The Shadow Titans. The better Teen Titans. I remember at one point I was like gonna make a video series of like kind of reviewing the episodes I was gonna do like a tier list of all the episodes of the show because Teen Titans is one of my favorites. I was gonna like review the episodes and then kind of like rank them. But then I saw that like 3 people had that idea already, so I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll still do it, but be a lot of work. And I don't want to deal with like the copyright issues either. That'd be kind of rough. Teen Titans was such a good show, man. Such a good show. I never really watched the Go series for the obvious reasons that it like when it came out, it was literally made to be like a slap in the face for the fans of the original show. But from what I'm told, it's kind of like the Sonic Boom-esque style where it's like actually pretty funny. It makes fun of itself, but like unlike Sonic, making fun of the original Teen Titans is just like, bro, how could you? But I guess that's why people hate Boom is that it's slapping the face of the main IP, you know. And that's why I like Sonic Boom, so it's kind of a weird thing that I would love Sonic Boom but also hate Teen Titans Go. But I've never given it a chance though. I've seen like some clips of it and it seems fine. Oh, because we got the Master Sword before this cutscene was supposed to play as we get her, but since we already have it, it looks kind of weird. Master Sword. You look at Sheik's legs. Very pog. Alright. So now the run actually gets to begin. First half is over, back half begins. It's pretty intense too. I'd like to say that the hard part is over with, but no. This game is full of just like make or break moments. One of which coming up very soon. This is probably the worst one. Yo, what's up? Flu, welcome in on the YouTube stream. Oh, I fell in the water, nice. I'd probably say that the Dodongo's Cavern segment is probably the worst one. If we get past Dodongo's Cavern without much issue, then I could say that we're sort of in the clear. Stuff. Okay. Put Forest Wind here. Very important that I do that. Sometimes I forget, and it's tragic. Target. Alright, so now we're gonna go do Dodongo's Cavern. We did like half of it as child. Now we're just gonna finish it off. I do need to take some damage here. Go. And we're gonna die on the switch. Something that I can't really do too often, actually, is this method of this trick. Which is why it's kind of a problem. But yeah, when we die on that switch, the game is all like, well, something is pushing it. It must be the block, but it's actually just Link's corpse. But the game doesn't know that. It's just like, oh, okay, it's gotta be the block. So it just puts it there. Without us having to push it, which is nice. It's a little bit faster. That was crazy, though. Okay, well, we we got an extra cycle because that bomb hit him. It wasn't supposed to use that bomb for damage. It looked cool, but it was not what was intended. Oh. Unfortunately, we had to have him roll around again, but whatever. Okay, time for the make or break part. I'm gonna get that, save my game, and let's see how this goes. Fuck. Frame early. Actually, okay, we get a second shot at life here. My goodness. Ah, that was bad. Missed both the frame, and we were probably paused too early. That really sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, so these are probably the hardest tricks in the game. So what I have to do is land on that warp, on the absolute edge of it. And I have to do a frame perfect trick in the middle of it as well. And frame perfect tricks in this game are absolutely ridiculous. You can't really buffer them that much. Like, I do a home buffer. That's why I go to the home screen. but it really doesn't do what you think you can do. It really only is there to exist to like land on the frame and get the input to be consistent. But it doesn't actually help with nailing the frame advance. There's no real advantage to that in this game, unfortunately. Not like in 64 where pause buffering is so incredibly powerful. Like, you can advance frame by frame with the home buffer, but it's very inconsistent. It almost never happens. Like, I've saved doing that trick a few times with it, but the likelihood of getting it is very impossible. It's next to impossible, literally. If you get it, it's just like a sheer miracle. But yeah, this is why this trick sucks if you fail it in here in particular, because you have to push the rock every time to get down here. So hopefully I don't fail it any more times, but we'll see, I guess. Got the frame. All that matters is if I land on it and if I paused at the right time. Yes, okay. Questionable. Okay, we got. Whew. Oh my god. All right. There we go. And you also have to press A to warp at a specific time as well. It's not super precise, but it's pretty easy to mess up. Sometimes you can press it early, sometimes you can press it late. It's not very hard, doesn't happen that often, but it's still scary. But yeah, that's called a restricted items wrong warp. It combines like 3 tricks into one. The main thing is that we get the For's Wind to work, because you're not supposed to be able to use that item in any area besides dungeons. And you can't use it in boss rooms either. It's only for like just the normal dungeon. But if you swap the item with an item that can be used, you have 1 frame to where you can actually use it. So that's what we did there with the item switch and then the pause buffer to make sure we get that frame. And then you also have to land on the absolute edge of the warp and press pause at the right time, the item screen. If you pause too early, then you don't, it doesn't work, even if you get the frame. There's just so many ways that can go bad. So it's really, really difficult. And every fail, you have to push the block again. So it's really not good. It's definitely the worst part of the whole run. And there's 5 of those in this run. You have to do that 5 times throughout the run. So it's not a good time. It's really just pretty brutal. But thankfully we got it there. Second try. I'll take second try all day, honestly. Like, I wouldn't mind first try, but second try is pretty good. Any more than that, and it's just like, I wouldn't want to continue the run. But thankfully, after that warp, it's pretty okay. The rest of the run is pretty okay in comparison, next to a trick that's at the very end, so... A lot of the stakes are gone for a minute. Highest stakes. Be a really bad Dampé now. Dude. Fuck. Oh, we don't talk about that. Dampé's Inferno got me there. Okay. There's an instance of like me getting the trick and I was a frame early, but that's because unless I don't have to land on the blue warp, so I can actually just mash for it. It's still kind of inconsistent to do it that way, but it's not nearly as bad to do without having to do it on a warp. Like, restricted items is not hard to do. Cat fingered that, unfortunately. So now we're going to go get the Goron tunic so we can survive in Fire Temple. I have a quarter of a heart. That's really not good. Oh, we have like the weird glitch health. Okay. Couple things I can do to make that not the worst thing. Okay, so we have to talk to this guy. He's the one that gives you the tunic. You just have to talk to him twice. Hear his woes. There we go. Okay, so I hope that this isn't like really bad. Fortunately it is. So we actually have like a 24th of a heart right now. And that's really annoying because when you're trying to deal damage to yourself. Like right now I need to die in a specific area. Okay, so let me take this damage. Let's see where it... There we go. Quarter of a heart. Yeah. Okay. All right. So hopefully this worked. It should have. It did. Nice. Okay, so we just got the warp song for this area without having to watch the cutscene. Saves a lot of time. Basically, we hit the trigger for that cutscene and then we die at the same time. So it activates and then because we died, it starts the game over. But thankfully, it saves that progress. And now we go to Fire Temple. Fire Temple is one of my favorite parts of the run and one of my least favorite parts of the run, I feel like. Kind of depends on how good you're playing. There's like a few make or break tricks, but it's nothing like crazy. There's a lot of backups and stuff. It's really just one room that's potentially really bad, and it's only bad if you die or run out of bombs, which is pretty hard to do at this point, but it's happened. We'll get to that when we get to it. Bonk. Bonky. Normally I don't really do this, but for the sake, we're gonna get that. Maybe get a bomb drop. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Love to see the bomb drops. Okay. Yeah, in terms of all the dungeons, this is like one of the longest ones in this run. That's because we need to get the Megaton Hammer. The Megaton Hammer is a very important item, mainly just for killing the boss. Like I said earlier, there's a few bosses that can only be killed with like the dungeon item that's like the dungeon that's in their dungeon. So it's kind of required. And unfortunately, the Megaton Hammer is at the very top of the boss, or at the very top of the dungeon, and then the boss at the bottom. So complete opposite areas. And there's a lot of ground to travel. But it's okay. I think this is the longest temple in the run, too. Forest Temple was pretty close, but because we don't need to use bow anymore, we're going to save a lot of time. Because Forest Temple had the same issue with bow being on the very top and the boss at the very bottom. Literally, too, in that one. So it's pretty nice that we can skip that item. Save like 5 minutes. It might be more than that, too. I'm not entirely sure how much that would save. But pretty darn close to 5. I did like Forest Temple, though. I like just doing it. It is a fun one. I'll take the time save. Very good. Okay, so here's the first room of the trick that matters. This is probably the hardest trick of this dungeon. This is kind of where things could go wrong. I think we'll be fine. This, I need to look at my 3DS for this one. Ah. Okay, good. All right, that's the first part. Now this, we have to do a ledge clip, which is a 1-frame trick again, and we need to get it fast enough so that bomb can hit us. Back in bounds. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, so it's not too hard to do, even though it's a 1-frame trick. You can kind of mash it, so it's not terrible. There's a lot of methods to do it too. There's like a side hop, side roll that makes it kind of consistent, but I just don't like doing it. I'd rather just mash it. I think my mashing ability is better than my timing. But yeah, so when you ledge clip, you kind of go out of bounds, and then the bomb will hit us back in bounds, thankfully. The trajectory of the bomb is very, very clutch for that. It somehow just works perfectly. And that skips a good, like, couple minutes of this temple as well. This gives, like, half of it. Okay, I need to get this. This room is very important to set Forest Wind in. If that is forgotten, then we basically ruined everything we've done up to this point. What's up, Pibs? Ooh, a licky tongue? Yo. Kinda goated. Okay. Now... We can roll past that little firewall. It like coasts up along the wall. Oh, it's like at an angle. So it's like the fire is just a little too slow. It's slow just enough where we can get past it. None of the other ones really work like that, but that one does. So it's nice. And it's conveniently on the halfway mark of this area, so it's like really good. Yo, you got a shiny one? Yo, Pibbs, what the hell? Yo, insane. Insane, actually. Yeah, you can get shinies. Yeah. I wish that was a shiny Snivy now. Something to grind for, I guess. That's insane. I've only ever seen somebody get a shiny in like the stream one other time, so W, man. At least like during the live. He's piss colored. Yep. Like a lemon. All right. Okay. The only way that this could go horribly, horribly wrong is if I fall down there. That's like the last thing that can happen. That's really bad. Well, second to last thing. I'm gonna come down here, jump. Fall down, but not all the way down. And we gotta do another ledge clip here. If we get this, it's a little... Ah, fuck, it's... Damn, okay. That sucks. That sucks a lot. That one's locked, so we can go here. There's a couple ways I could back this up, thankfully, but... Sucks that we have to at all. One way is to mega flip. I'm kind of poorly. Okay. Okay, cool. Nice. Whew. I mean, nice is in terms of, like, we got past it, but this could still be bad. Okay. Yeah, that's the backup for doing Fire Temple boss key skip. All the time, the boss loading zones are active when you're in the temple. So as long as you can find a way to go out of bounds and hit it, you can just enter them. So thankfully, we can ledge clip to go out of bounds and just hit the loading zone. And it's pretty conveniently, since this temple is like just a big cylinder that goes upwards, it's pretty easy to hit them. The same thing was going to happen with the ledge clip before, but I unfortunately fell down. Okay, so this boss fight... Oh, I got really bad RNG. Okay. That sucks. Okay, well, we have to reap what we sow now. Yeah, that is unfortunate. So if the boss, Volvagia, you can do like this whole strat to cheese the boss by hitting her with bombs and not actually dealing damage. But if she spawns in the first hole in front of you, then you can't do that. So we got like the worst RNG possible. Only enough that never happened in practice either. It only happened in this run. Loses a lot of time because now Lodge is going to do this attack and stuff. And for some reason, like, after that happens... Goodness, this is so bad. And after that, the bomb strat doesn't work anymore, so... Okay, there we go. Thankfully, I didn't die. I was very scared. Vajra control you a lot, too. Vajra does so much damage. So, and sometimes, like, when Vajra comes out of the hole, there's, like, this weird hitbox that also hits you. Like, the hair, or whatever you want to call it, the flames on its head can hit you for whatever reason. And that does, like, a heart of damage alone. So if I got hit by that twice during any of that, then we're dead. Thankfully, it didn't happen, though. Okay. That was a pretty... If I didn't fail the first boss key skip area, then that would have been really good. Because ledge clip was like, what, second try? Really good. I'm pretty sure even my PB didn't get it second try. But yeah, it was unfortunately the boss fight. Because of that bad RNG, literally lost us like 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe that's a little extreme, but it's probably around that. That's funny too, because in all of my practice attempts and everything that I've done recently, I've never had that Volvagia RNG hit. So I guess it was a matter of time. I've done like 4 like full game runs or playthroughs, so that's pretty lame. But we didn't die, so we'll be thankful for that. If you die on that fight as well, there's like a few things you can do, but they're not really trivial. They're all very slow. You can like return to your warp and then get back to where you can ledge clip, or you can just get the boss key by doing another trick. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, all things considered. If I was a beast, I wouldn't have gotten that heart container because we've only been at 2 hearts, and then this part would have not been that slow, but we're not there yet. Our confidence. Honestly, it's not that... Oh, actually, no, I do need a lot of heart containers because now we do Bongo without a bow, and that's an adventure. All right. I'm gonna save my game. Okay, I need this. Have a heart of damage. Okay. Whew. Now we're gonna do another Grotto Death Hole Wrong Warp. Let's save, continue. And we're going to turn to our warp point while in this glitch state. And it's going to put us in, if you know the sound, this is Forest Temple. Didn't mean to do that. Kinda silly. Yo, Skylar, thank you for the raid. World record, world record, world record. Hey, Dual Man. Your shout out in just a second. There we go. Skylar, 4. There you go, buddy. Okay, save my game and quit. Nice. Okay. So we had to, we warped to the Forest Temple, but we had to die because we're stuck in that title screen effect. So unfortunately, yeah, we had to do that, but it's fine. Takes no time at all. And we warp right into the dungeon entrance. Whee! Hookshot jump. Got a new 35-second PB this time, lowered record from a 32.47 to 32.12. Yo! Heck yeah, man. Was this in custom robo? Yep, nice. Finally broke the 1 second PB curse, man. I told you you'd do it eventually. Hell yeah, bro. I'm super happy for you, man. Congrats on the record. Well, definitely well deserved. That grind was way more brutal than it needed to be for sure, but it's always worth it in the end. Even when you might not think it is. Unless you're me, in which case it's just like, bad. What's crazy is that I also sent a record for a legend class record, so the record double world record? Dude! Okay, yeah, nah. Now that's just proof that it was totally worth it. All of those 1 second PBs were just a lead up to this run. 627 to 611? Damn. Excellent, man. Excellent. No easy task with that game, too, since it's, like, so RNG based. Okay. So we're going to backflip and then use the hook shot at the same time. So that way we can do, like, what's, like we can get half of the distance from the backflip. And if we land on the absolute ledge of the railing there, we can clip right through it, and then we could just walk into the, literally just fall into the loading zone of the boss. So Forest Temple is like one of the fastest. It's like a one-room temple basically, minus the intro room where you need the key. You count that. Although that by no means means that it's an easy temple. Because this boss fight, to do it fast is hard, and then we have one of those restricted items wrong warps to do. Which is, yeah, unfortunate. Where the run gets hard again. Fire Temple's like a nice little break. So this is where we're just back to being in difficult territory. Okay. So hopefully we can get some of the fast strat here. Ah, damn. Oh no. We got one of the knockdowns. Okay. We got one knockdown, that's fine. One quick knockdown. Thankfully, he didn't troll us either. So, honestly, that fight wasn't fast, but could have been worse. We'll take it. But yeah, when Phantom Ganon gets knocked down, he's getting back up. You actually have a small window where you can hook shot him so that he spins his staff. And he's normally blocks all projectiles, but he doesn't block the sword. So if you hit him fast enough where he gets up out of range, you can knock him down again and just continue the onslaught. And you just kind of repeat and rinse that strat until he's dead. It's really cool when it works. I think I did it once in a practice run so far. But it's pretty ridiculous to do, honestly. Not super easy. Okay. Let's see. I didn't pause. I hate this game. Failing that trick when you don't even get like an attempt at it really sucks. It's so bad. We have to pause with the touch screen, and sometimes it just whiff. It just doesn't register the touch screen input. I think it'd be easier if I had like a 3DS XL. But yeah, it just sucks. Sometimes I just miss because the button is so small. Another reason to like another unnecessary reason to make that trick harder than it ought to be. Like I mentioned before, like how hard it was, like with just hitting the frame timing and like the positioning is precise and all of that, but didn't even get to mention the issue of the touch screen, like that pause. So much just has to go right for that trick to work. It's definitely not easy. Thankfully, getting back to this area is not hard to try again. It's way better than Dodongo's Cavern if you fail it. It still takes a while, but it's definitely nowhere near as bad. We're a frame off. Frame late. That's okay. I'd rather be late than early. Because at least being late is like, okay, I failed it. But being early gives me like the slightest chance of hope that I can recover it, but it almost never happens. So it's like, I'll just fail. Being late. Yeah, we missed the frame. So glad I got the record back. I previously had it. Wolfos. I previously had it previously, but a Japanese runner took it from me, so now I got it back. Nice. Yeah, shout out now back to having 5 out of 7 custom Robo records. Hell yeah. Tough grind. No, it seemed like it. It seemed like it, man. You were going through it all. Like you were getting a lot of PBs, but they're just so tiny. And then like seeing the potential time save you have in those runs, and to only be like saving a little bit, yeah, that's grueling on the mental for sure. I totally know what you feel, man. Oh. 。 Okay. We go again. That's a too early of a pause, I think. And we missed one frame. Yeah, that's fail. Unless my positioning was off. No, that was perfect positioning. Yeah, that was bad on both sides though. Even if I got the frame, I probably did pause too early. This trick. I don't know what it is, but the Forest Temple one, I really struggle with. I don't know why. And like, you figured it'd be easy because there's like a setup for movement you can do. You don't have to like really eyeball it like you have to do most of them. This one is like is actually like a setup to get there. But I don't know what it is. I always mess up this one. It sucks too because it's like this would be such a smooth split if that was good. RNG in that game is brutal. So a bit salty about the end, but incredible run all the same. Last time I saw you, yeah. This trick is just it's just one of those. One frame early. Try to mash for it, I guess. Oh, I actually mashed it. Wow. Okay. Okay, we got it. Thought I was late. All right. So what exactly are you looking for? A lot of things. Okay, so I have to use Forward's Wind on the ledge of the blue warp. And I have to use Forward's Wind in a area where you can't. You have to use a trick called restricted items, where you swap an item that can't be used with an item that can be. You have a 1 frame window to use that item. So when I have to side up at a perfect time to where when Link lands, he'll use it on the first possible frame. And then I also have to hit the frame where the item will be used on that frame, which is, it's like a dark, the screen is kind of dark on the bottom screen. And you'll see that the Forest Wind item is like glowing. That's the frame I need to hit. I'll show it to you in a second, actually. Like what that frame looks like. If I can. I didn't need to go there, by the way. I just kind of made a mistake there, but that's fine. Hopefully it doesn't mess up anything. So I should have split. Not used to splitting yet. We'll get there in a few attempts. But yeah, when you do that, it allows you to completely break the game. One thing is you skip the cutscene that plays after you get the medallion. After you beat the temple, basically. There's like a whole cutscene that plays, and Yeah, you get the item and everything. So you skip all of that when you get the trick. But also, you warp to a certain location as well. So wherever you set the forest wind coordinates, you'll warp there. But in a glitch state, so... it completely, is unfortunately just completely necessary to do. So it skips the cutscene and then it warps you to an area. Usually the areas are places you can't normally get to. Okay, this is the frame right here. You kind of saw like the bottom screen was black, but the item was glowing. That is the frame that you need. So that way you can unpause the menu, press the button, and it'll activate immediately. So then I can use an item. See, normally, like if you look down there on the screen, it's not usable, but yeah, there's a one frame where it is. So it's the most broken item in this game. Okay. So you need to set Forest Wind in the forest, or in Lost Woods. Find some magic, that'd be nice. Got bombs though. That's good. Okay. Game. Weird. Alright, now we gotta do what's called a hammer slide. Where... oh, damn it. Okay, we almost got it there. Or if you use the recoil and then use the hover boots at a specific time, you can keep the momentum. And you can kind of just go really far really quickly. It's really cool. Okay. Get here. And then we can come up here. Kind of this out of bounds area. And the map isn't loaded. So that way the Deku Tree, he's kind of, it doesn't look like he's there, but he is. And fortunately we can actually just walk through this. I'm not sure why you can, even though the area is unloaded, but the collision is there. And the loading zone to get into his mouth. So we can get into Deku Tree. But that's why we need to do the hammer slide so the area doesn't load. Because otherwise you can't get in here. The mouth is closed and you can't enter, so... okay. And we're going to do a little hookshot jump there. That gets us to this top floor, and then... we're going to do another one. All the while getting some of these Deku Nuts, because those are helpful. Okay. Whee! That's pretty good height, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Now we gotta hit the loading zone. Hitting this loading zone's a little annoying. We got it though. Nice. But yeah, like I said earlier, but I'll say it again because it's pretty cool. In a dungeon or a temple, all of the loading zones are there. Like you can, if you can just go out of bounds and hit them, you'll go right to them. So that's what we did there, is we went out of bounds and hit the boss loading zone, boss room. And we skip basically all the rooms here. That's why we do so much of the sections as Adult Link, because usually the rule of thumb is if you can do something, you can do a temple as adult, it's probably faster to do so. And that's why as Child Link we only did one. Because Adult Link is just so much faster. There we go. There's Goma. This boss sucks a lot on 3DS. You can't do the OG method of killing him because they removed a technique. Fine. So we got to do another one of those warps, unfortunately. Not the greatest time. This one we don't have the setup, so we have to eyeball it. But hopefully things will go okay. 1 frame early again. And I couldn't mash it that time. Yeah, it was like a complete miracle that I mashed it the other time. If you're 1 frame early, you can mash and then maybe get it, but it's a miracle. It really is. You can either mash or like try to get a frame advance, but both of them are as inconsistent, unfortunately. But thankfully, if you do fail it, it's not nearly as bad. Because Deku Tree's so short, you can get back to attempt again. You don't up every time. Hello? Hit. Silly. Yeah. A little scary that time. We didn't get nearly as much height on that one as we did the other, but it worked out. All right, let's try again. Dude, oh my god. Why is it 1 frame early every time? Why? Pain, agony, suffering. It just hurts so much. I don't know what it is with my consistency on Forest Temple and Deku Tree. Like, it doesn't change. Like, the timing and nothing changes, but I feel like these two are just my most inconsistent for doing the trick. Like, Dodongo's Cavern was thankfully 2nd try. But Forest Temple was like 4th. This one be more. Shadow Temple is usually pretty consistently 1st try for some reason. And then Spirit Temple, there is one there, but oh, I just completely up. This is bad. Okay. That was unfortunate. If you press L while you're doing the hookshot jump, you like make the camera catch up to you, but then it doesn't stay with you, so it's a big mistake to do that. Never want to press the L button there. Okay. That's an early pause. Okay, got the frame, but this might not work. Oh, okay, well. Thankfully, we weren't close enough to the thing. That is what we call agony right there. That's what we call being silly, I guess. Okay. Nice. All right. That was insane. We hit the trick, the actual frame perfect pause. We hit that 3 times in a row, which is like a PB. But unfortunately, every time we did it, 2 of those times we missed the blue warp. So we thankfully, if we miss that, we don't have to start over, but it just means we have to attempt it again, which, you know, is sketchy. But thankfully, I, for some reason, just beasted out, fully locked in, and hit it 3 times in a row anyways. So, yeah. That is kind of the difficulty of having to eyeball the distance. But, yeah, it's all good. Now, that's okay and all, but we do have to be careful about this. There's one more thing that can happen here if we're unlucky. So we're gonna set Forest Wind and then save my game. This is just like a precaution. Oops. Hopefully this is fine. Okay. Nice. All right. Woo. That little scaling the structure there is not really hard, but it can be weird. It can unfortunately be kind of glitchy. Woo. That was like my best fight on that guy ever. That was literally a perfect fight. Okay. All these. Actually, because we have bombs, we can take this. God. Okay. All right, so now we have to set Forest Wind here. This is kind of just as a more of a safety net than anything. It doesn't really matter. The location of this Forest Wind does not matter, unlike all the other ones that we do. This one is literally just a safety net. Because now we gotta go do this jump here. And we gotta land out of bounds. A little bit trickier than it needs to be. You need to get the right amount of height and distance for this to work. It's very annoying. I actually really hate this hookshot jump here. Because most of the hookshot jumps, the height doesn't really matter. Except maybe Deku Tree, kind of. But even then, it's pretty lenient. This one has to be kind of exact to make it work. You can't go too high and you can't go too low. This one was perfect. Sup, bitches. But yeah, if you go too high with that hookshot jump, you hit the ceiling of the skybox or whatever, and you get knocked down. It like ruins your free fall distance. And if you go too low, then you don't make it over either. So it's got to be a perfect in between. And that was it. That was like the best possible outcome. I know for the skybox, but we didn't hit it. Nice. Yeah. Thankfully, this part of the run is fairly chill, fairly boring, this boss fight. Well, I like the boss fight. There's a little bit of RNG element to it. That's really the only thing that can go wrong. You can die, I guess, if you get hit twice. We get a lot of hearts just to mainly not die on some of these bosses that can randomly just get you. So we're not really at the risk of dying per se. I wouldn't say that it's not possible, but it's very unlikely that we die. Okay. We'll skip that. So there is a restricted items wrong warp, or wrong warp in this area, but it's not necessary to hit. So if I fail it, it's kind of like whatever. It just loses time because we have to watch the cutscene, but it is not like one that we have to, like, we don't need to actually warp to a specific area like all the other ones do. This one is just like for convenience. And there's gonna be two more. There's one at the end of this temple, and there's one in Shadow Temple that we have to hit for the wrong warps, thankfully. But it's not by any means the end of the run. There's still a lot of bad things that could happen. Okay. RNG is being pretty bad for this. Hopefully this one lined up well. Yeah, that's very unlucky. I maybe could have saved it if I used the hook shot there. But I think it was out of range regardless. That just wasn't going to work. Do we get the double? Do we get the double? Yeah, okay. That was cool. It's kind of a pseudo double, but we take those all day. There's like a quick chance of you getting an instant attack from one of them if they're still flying over the pillars in the room. So this phase is pretty whatever. I can save a cycle, which would be really nice because the cycle after that is very slow because Twinner was programmed to randomly shoot these beams at you. Not great. This next cycle's gonna have to be clutch. But yeah, here she'll shoot 3 of the same ones in a row. But after this cycle, if we don't kill her, she's gonna shoot random one. It just wastes time. Okay, nice. Q cycle is fine. Anything beyond that is. As always, shoutouts to my anus. It just sounds like that's what they're saying. It's The meme. Alrighty. I guess we'll meme and pick this one up. I do not need it, but you never know, I guess. Okay. So we have one more blue warp to do here. This one doesn't really matter. Would be cool though. I'm late. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks that we almost did it first try, but we somehow didn't land on it. That's kind of crazy. That warp is pretty easy to do because there's so little room to work with that it actually, the margin to miss it is pretty hard, but we actually missed it, so unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. I'm still gonna be happy that I nailed the frame. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch this cutscene now. It's not the end of the world though. Waste time and saving time at this point doesn't really matter to me in the first run. But I guess I would have been pretty happy getting one of these first try. We're 0 for 4 right now, getting these warps first try, so. We're not batting 1,000, that's for sure. Yeah, we're almost done. Run's just about to be over. Okay. And now... songs are hard to play, dude. Now we're gonna go to Shadow Temple. My temple, yippee! This temple is a lot harder to do now than the way I used to do it. So this will be interesting. Mainly it's just the boss fight that's rather difficult. Because now we don't have bow. We have to use the hook shot for all of the hits. But we'll see how this goes. Should be fine. I got a lot of practice out of it the other day, so I'm more or less just ready for the BS. What are our guesses on the pillar here? Pillar RNG. I won't talk about that. Well, it wasn't the first one. Okay, I guess we're going counterclockwise. Or this is technically clockwise. Okay, so it would have actually been decent RNG. Of course, go figure. All the wow, really? All the practice runs, it was like these last two, but of course in the run, I actually get good RNG. That's basically the best you can get. You can get the first one, I think. I don't know if I've ever gotten it, though. That second one is possible, though. It's one of the best ones, so. What a time to get good RNG. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use a trick called a hookshot clip to get this treasure chest here. A little weird to get sometimes. Yo, what's up, Zavia? There's the chest. There you go. Found it. Yeah, so you can kind of just like use the hook shot. If you like jump in the right way, Link will just have his arm clip through the wall. You just shoot things. If there's an item you can hook shot to, you can usually get to it. Kind of a cool trick that exists in this game. Alright, so here we have another clip. Might work. Nice. And that actually saves a lot of time. That saves, like, doing half of the temple. There's, like, a whole other section to the temple that you have to do to get over there. But thankfully, you can skip it all. Because you can use the key management. We only need one key to get to this other room, and then we can get another one. Very nice. Welcome back, Xavier. How you doing? Yeah. Lol-worthy moment here. These Stavos will just fall off the boat if you stand on this ledge. I think if you stand, like, over there, too, this guy will just not spawn at all. What's usually a pretty cool fight is kind of just ruined by that, honestly. I think I need bombs. I'm gonna put this over bombs. Yo, what's up, Jacka? How you doing, bro? World famous Ocarina of Time speedrunner? Absolutely not. Not at all famous for Ocarina of Time. But I appreciate the sentiment. Oh, I didn't even said Hora's win. That's okay. That redid got destroyed, though. Bye, Zavia. We're checking back in. I'm gonna do this one for safety. I really don't need to. But at this point, we're kind of just not caring. We're trying to get to the end of the run here. So, yeah. Do that. I need this. Alright, so here's the new strat that's, like, pretty new to me to do. I have to do another hammer slide, and then I have to do a jump slash. And doing so will get me across this gap, but it's pretty difficult. Ah, a little late on the jump slash. Because for some reason, you just can't grab that ledge. It's like, literally can't. That sucks. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. Second try for sure. Woo! Damn it. Okay. That was sketchy for a second there. Okay, good warm-up for the actual warp. We do have to do this one more time on the warp. This is the last one of the run, thankfully. It is a little hard, but thankfully it's the fastest one to backtrack if you do fail it, so failing it is not like the worst case scenario. Obviously any fails are bad, but at least it's not like a Dark Souls 2 walk back where you have to spend so much time to at least attempt it again. You just reload the save, then use the warp again. Literally pretty easy. Least amount of effort. Yeah, I gotta pee. We gotta finish this run. As I say, I take a drink. All right, here we go. Ow. Oh my god, dude. What are you doing? Are you kidding me? Alright, there we go. We didn't die, thankfully. Whew. That was a little troll that he kept freaking fisting me, man. But whatever. That's why we get all those hearts, man. That's why we get those hearts. Oh, I'm glad that it pays off. I'm glad when it pays off. Okay. Yeah, I won't even pick up that heart container for the sake of being super optimal here. But yeah, this one is hard to hit first try because it's also very hard to identify the ledge of the blue warp because it's like brighter than usual down here. One frame early. Actually, that might be 2 frames early. Okay, we were too far away. That's good, actually. Try again for free. 1 frame early. Ah, it sucks. Yeah, even with a second try. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we don't have to kill the boss or anything again, unless I save it. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. Yeah, we warp back to the boss room. This is why it's so handy. And then we could just try again right here. For some reason, this warp changes, like, location too. I don't know why that is. That might be too far still. We got the frame, but yeah, we're just a little too far. That was bad. I completely botched my positioning. Gotta try this again. Yep. Frame early. Oh, we mashed it. Nice. Okay. Okay, so we do the blue warp, but that gets us the medallion. And then we need to do this again. We just need to set it for the coordinates. So we just walk in from here. That's Shadow Temple. Alright. Not bad, not bad. And because we skipped the cutscene, we could warp here too. Very nice. Alright, last but not least is Water Temple. Water Temple is one of the make or breaks. You could lose a lot of time. It is not fun. There's yet again another frame perfect trick we have to do within a limited amount of attempts. It's just really not great. But we do have a lot of bombs, so that's good. And because we didn't pick up the heart container from Bongo, we don't have to take a ton of damage from the lava here. Gonna swap those before I get confused as well. Kind of glad I caught that. Okay. We're gonna do another Death Hole Long Warp. It's actually been a good while since we've done this. But what this does is it puts us into the title screen. And then we're able to use this warp point. And the warp point plus the 4 for the title screen loading zone puts us right into the Water Temple boss room. Very cool. And that's this is basically how Water Temple is done. There's a lot of ways to actually do this temple, but best way is just a wrong warp here. Now, it's all great and dandy. However, we have a 1 frame window trick to pull off. It's called Ocarina Items. Because right now the title screen is completely active, so our bottom items are not really usable except the ones on the X and Y buttons. We can't use the touchscreen ones at all. So we need to, unfortunately, get that back online. And the only way to do that is with this trick. So hopefully I can get it. It's a little meh. I wish there was like a better way to practice it, but I don't really have that. One frame off. Nice. Okay, cool. That's huge. Okay. Whew. That was perfect. Well, first half is done. We do need to do all of that sequence again, unfortunately. But the good thing about doing it again is we have access to all of our bombs and all of our hearts, so it's not like as dangerous to hit as doing it the first time, where we have very limited attempts. That was just to make sure I had it. Bombs for his wind is set. Good. Those are the very crucial components here. Yo, Anka, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing today? Okay. Now we're going to do that, and we're going to warp back into Water Temple. And we need to hit this trick one more time. Because now the title screen is back. Our items are no longer usable. And we actually need to use it to just play a song. That's literally the only thing we need it for. So, hopefully we can get this. That might be a frame late. Yep. Rats. Frame buffer. We do have kind of a low amount of bombs. More than enough, for sure, but... Dang. Yo, what's up, CMD? Give me 1 second. I'm just locked in real quick. We're missing the frame by 1 every time. Dude. Oh my goodness, dude. Please, game. I don't think this works. Why, dude? And I'm out of bombs. Rip, dude. Oh my god. We actually choked it. Actually choked it. That's so stupid, bro. We did the impossible. We failed it with like the most amount of tries you could possibly have. That's so unfortunate, bro. And now we gotta watch a Light Arrow cutscene. Fuck me, dude. Could it have been because we didn't have magic? I don't know if that's how that works or not. No, because we just need to return to warp. So it's not because of that, I don't think. But yeah, how you doing, CMD? Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you're able to catch it. I know that your schedule doesn't line up too well with your sleep schedule and your work schedule, but good to see you. Shadow the Choke Artist. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I mean, it's nothing new. I hate that trick. That's genuinely, like, if it wasn't for restricted item wrong warps just being the most difficult thing possible, that is, like, my second hardest trick, I'd say, is in this run. So dumb. It's so dumb, and it's the last thing, like, before the end of the... Like, the rest of the run is pretty free, for the most part. It's just not dying to the final boss. Which we have so many hearts that it shouldn't really happen, but... Yeah. I'm so mad, dude. I hate this trick. Like, literally, this trick pissed me off so much back then. 11 years ago, pissed me off. Still pisses me off now. Still pisses me off. Not too bad, just at work. Not much to do right now, so just chilling before it gets busier. Oh, got you, CMD. Sorry to hear that. I know work could be a pain. But hope you've been well. I was lurking your stream earlier today. I hope you've been well just in general. Damn, bro. We were really just at the finish line. Okay. Not that funny, Ganon. Not that fun. Okay. Finally able to play the game again. We gotta basically set up the trick the same way. We gotta go back to Death Mountain, Death Hole. Whatever. It's really crazy we failed that with the amount of bombs we had. Find a magic drop, actually? That'd be kind of nice. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. That doesn't make me feel good at all, though. You can have even less bombs now. I hope that this still works the same. I actually don't know. I'm going with the mentality that this should still work. But another bomb, goddamn. Might not even be able to do this at all now. Feel like a bombs that I got. Hopefully I'm wrong. You got it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, first one's done. We have 9 bombs for the second attempt, though. So, which should be enough. Might not be, who knows? Right? What's ideally the hard part done, but we won't get overconfident. Also, okay, yeah, the heart container is still going to be there. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, everything should be. I did use the warp. I did set it in this. Yep. Okay. Whoa. What? What the hell? Uh, that's so sad, bro. That could not have been the worst case scenario. Okay. I no idea what just happened there. I honestly have no idea. I'm at a complete loss for words at what just happened. What it does mean is we gotta do the whole thing again, man. Is the world out to get me or something right now? Like, what? That's, like, really insane to me. I have no idea how that happens. Dude, this stuff is annoying. I don't need this extra layer of BS happening. Oh boy. Bombs is on X, right? Usually I try to make sure that my items are okay on specific buttons, but I haven't been doing it. At least with the X and Y buttons this time. It's not a huge difference. It's I gotta know. I don't accidentally waste a bomb or something. Yeah, I've never seen that error message before. What I can only think of is that it's an error screen from like my 3DS being modded or something. That's literally all I could think about. I don't know. I really don't know. Never seen that error message until today, so we learned something new, I guess. Oh my god. Okay. End of the world status. I mean, I guess we're getting good practice on this trick somewhat, but damn. Like the thing with this too, and like frame perfect tricks, they're a whole different ball game than in like the original. Like the game runs at a much higher FPS, so actually hitting them is much more difficult than it is on like vanilla or 64. It's just harder. So it's not, the odds are not in our favor when we're doing runs of this game. Pretty much is just the sad truth, but it's all right. I said Forest Wind. Yes, I did. Okay. Here we go again. Hopefully it doesn't crash. And we don't run out of bombs. We have a whole nother layer of stress on this. The game can just crash. Not even the game, the system crashed, actually. I wish it was just the game. No, that was like a whole console crash. Alright. Here we go again, guys. Let's see what happens. Frame advance. That was any. Gonna work. Ah. Think this works? Okay. This should work unless things have gone completely borked. Nice. Alright. Home free, baby. Whew. This split doesn't matter, by the way. This Castle Collapse Warp. I was gonna have it when Water Temple is done, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess it does to some extent. I don't know. Maybe I'll edit these splits. I actually have to edit my splits a lot after this run. Because we didn't split, because not used to it yet. We will be on top of it next run for sure. Or at least a little bit better. Yeah, usually like the hard splits are the ones that we didn't do because we're just so locked in on the run. Actually did a pretty good job splitting for the end, but yeah, beginning is rough. But yeah, because we're in the glitch state with the title screen, and then we do a song, it warps us to a no loading zone, which is I mean, I'm not sure how the coordinates on that one work in particular, but I guess it just has to do with the loading zones. So I'm assuming that that was the calculations in game with the loads, or with the warp just adds up to the Ganon Castle collapse. I'm not, this one, that one I'm not entirely sure how it works. I just know it warps you there. Unfortunately, we don't have any magic, so I can't really do the Master Sword skip here. I haven't gotten that in practice yet either, though, so it probably wouldn't happen regardless, but it's alright. Not sweating it on this attempt. So, Shadow, is this like a first run of this game, or do you have an actual... I do have a PB. Oh, fuck. This is technically a first run of the category I'm doing, but it's using the same route as I did in my old PB. I'll explain a little bit about that after the run here. But I have run this game before, yeah. Okay, we're done. Holy shit. 3:12:55. Not a PB. But hey, we finished it. That was my goal, was to do a single segment run, and we did. I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew it was gonna be bad. It didn't need to be this bad for sure. Like, the water temple stuff did not need to happen for sure, but I was expecting something like this. It's alright. The goal was to finish, and we did. Yeah. Okay, so this run that I did, this category, if I were to submit it to a leaderboard, this would be under all dungeons. back when I ran this game actively, I did the category called MST, which stands for Medallion Stones Trials. And the only difference between all dungeons and MST is that you basically do Ganon's Castle. There's trials in there. There's 6 of them. They're like little mini dungeon rooms, like little challenge rooms. But in all dungeons, you don't need to do those. So I basically just cut out doing the trials, but I did like the same run essentially, right? And I had never done a legitimate run of all dungeons. I did submit times to the leaderboard because technically you can submit an MST PB for an all dungeons run because it does, well, all the dungeons. Obviously, it's just like doing the trials and is unnecessary, but it still counts. It's like, it's just something that counts by proxy as doing it. And that's what I would do sometimes, is I would submit my all dungeons PBs or my MST PBs as all dungeons. People would do that. It was just like a funny thing the community would do. But I've never actually run all dungeons in isolation before, which is what I just did and what I plan on doing for a little bit. A little confusing, I know, but yeah. Not doing the trials would save a good amount of time. I don't know exactly how much, but it would save a lot. So it probably saves like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes of the stuff you don't have to do in game. But the route until the trials fundamentally works the same. So after Shadow Temple, we would go to Ganon's Castle, do his trials, and then we would go to Water Temple, beat Water Temple, and go to the Castle Collapse. That is the route in MST. Or at least it was when I ran this in 2015. Yeah, it's been 11 years since I've run this game. Like, seriously, with any serious intent. And I honestly didn't know it was that long until I looked it up, and I was kind of like, holy shit. So, yeah. A lot of de-rusting has to happen for sure. And I'm still using my route from 11 years ago, which is very outdated. I know that there's tons of new tricks that exist now, especially somebody told me to. And yeah, if I ever decide to learn them, the run will look completely different. Like, so much different. And it's kind of cool. I'm kind of interested to try it, but I want to just PB with the old route. My goal is to beat my MST PB, if anything. Which should be, on paper, should be really easy, because we're not doing trials. We don't do trials. We normally don't get the light arrow cutscene. And yeah, it would be really, really easy to beat it, honestly. Just, we gotta not be absolutely horrible at the game, like we were today. But that'll happen in time. My PB for MST is a 241. And this was a 312. So honestly, not that far off. And if we didn't have to watch the light arrow cutscene, if we didn't have that crash, if we did it first try, we still wouldn't have beaten it, I don't think, but it would have been a lot closer. Would have been like 305-ish, I'm assuming. Still way off, but yeah. Would be a lot closer. So let me go through the run. Let's see if I can even recall. Sword Split was, or yeah, Zell's Letter was kind of bad, but Forest Escape took a long time. Goron Bracelet was fine. Bomb Split was actually really bad too. Surprisingly, I think the best thing in this run was Jabu. That dungeon was pretty darn good. We did the Mega Flip, which is the hard part of that dungeon, first try. So that was really good. Yeah, overall, that segment was good. Jabu was the best part of the run. Everything from, like, the bomb split to Jabu to the end of it was good. Hover Boots, unfortunately, was second try. We did die in run out of bombs and have to try again. So that was pretty sloppy. I'll still take second try, but yeah, it was bad. Loses a lot of time. I honestly at that moment was kind of considering just ending the attempt because I got raided and I was like, oh, we could talk about my AX trip now, but I was told to continue the run, so we did. Yeah, Master Sword, whatever, hook shot, whatever. Oh yeah, we did fail Dodongo's Cavern Wrong Warp, which I should make a split for, honestly, but it was fine. I could get, like, I'll take it second try, honestly. Not gonna complain about it. Fire Temple was okay, actually. Everything in Fire Temple was pretty good. We just had to do backup strats for the boss key skip, which was a little slow, but it, in the grand scheme of things, it's like very minuscule. Like in the encompass of this whole run, like that problem was minuscule as fuck, and we backed it up very well too. So. Forest Temple was pretty bad. It took us like what, 4 or 5 tries to get the wrong warp to work. Maybe more. I don't know. At least 5, I think. So yeah, that was really bad. Unfortunately, Forest Temple was very piss bad. Deku Tree was third try, third or fourth try. So that could save a lot of time. Spirit Temple was decent. Actually, Spirit Temple was very decent. Another good, the only other good part of this whole run. Shadow Temple was fine. We could save like a minute there. But we also beat the boss without dying, which is nice. The only problem with Shadow Temple is that we did fail the wrong warp a couple times, I think. I think we got that on third try or something. And then Water Temple was a horrible 23 minutes of wasted time. The whole collapse. That segment should be like 8 minutes. If that. Maybe significantly less. What's funny too is the Water Temple, the way, not only like the way that it crashed anything, but the way I failed to do the trick is that I waited, like, I would do the first part to get Ocarina items on the first, like, on the first phase of the fight, which is the important one because you have very limited attempts on that attempt. And then once you get it, you get your health refilled and you have a lot of tries. You basically have as many bombs as you have. But I failed it so many times in a row that I ran out of bombs. So that was not only just hilariously stupid, but also really slow. Then it happened again the same way. Like I failed. I did the fast one. I did the first one. Failed the second one. So, yeah, we could save tons of time on Water Temple Split next run. Oh yeah, for sure 45 minutes. I hope so. What's up, Cosmic? And the boss fight was the boss fight, very whatever. If we have magic, we could do the Din's Fire strat and save time. But yeah, I'm just happy that I finished it. Thank you, Cosmic, for the GGs. I'm happy that I just finished it. This game is brutal, though. It is hard. It is not easy. It's a very amazing and fun run, but it is very difficult. Unfortunately, it's like such a good speed run, but it's also so difficult. Like, it kind of sucks that it's in that vein. But yeah. Definitely a lot of places to save time and everything. I look forward to doing another attempt. It all starts with the first run. Finished, yay. Yep. And I think that, like, funny thing is, I don't really need to practice much, despite how shitty this run was. Like, practicing certain things only helps so much. Like, the only thing that I was like, I should have gone that I failed was the Shadow Temple Mega Flip. But that was just me being rusty because I hadn't played the game in like a week since the convention and everything. But once we did the second attempt, I got it first try. So yeah, it's just, that was just something I needed to get used to. Other than that, I'm pretty confident that like everything else will just be better with attempts. The wrong warps are just, they're just gonna be the wrong warps. Gotta pray harder next time. Yeah, we did go an astounding 0 for 5 on first tries, which is definitely the worst I think I've ever done in a run, I'm pretty sure. I don't know like a good baseball meme to be like 0 for 5, but yeah. And the best one we did was second try, which is pretty bad as well. Oh. Oh yeah, I gotta go pee. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Well, is it time for the stories? Are we going to talk about our trip? I think we might as well. Let me go ahead and change my screens here. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it, man. Let's save layout. Close that. Okie dokie. Whew, story time, bitches. Yeah. Let's see. At here. All right. Mm-mm-mm. Let me make sure I got everything. Let me put on some music real quick, guys. What do we want to listen to? Also, I'm going to end the YouTube stream for right now. I don't know if I'm going to, like, actually be streaming much after this little story time, but yeah. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for another stream. I don't know what exactly we're doing tomorrow, but we'll be back again. Bye-bye.